A lot of people think that, YouTube is all about monetization in terms of ads and ad revenue. um, it simply is not the case, right? YouTube is great for ad revenue, and of course, if you're not familiar with ad revenue, I can run over that quickly. I'm making videos to help you grow your business online. So if you've got your YouTube channel, let's do a little bit of a session here on how to actually monetize that. So you could obviously get ad revenue, right? And that's from Google Ads. And that gets paid to you through Google AdSense, which is connected to your channel. So what happens is when ads are showing on your video on YouTube, when people click on those ads, then you get a certain portion of the cost per click or the amount of money that YouTube is billing the advertisers for the click. The other way that you can monetize your YouTube channel is through sponsorships. Sponsorships are great because it allows you to, feature products, or like maybe Wix or a Squarespace, or somebody will give you a sponsorship slot, maybe pay for a specific product, to promote a product or mention the product, whatever the gig is. So building the audience for both of these cases is needed. So I'm just going to put a plus here and a plus here. Another way to build a monetization, or to monetize a channel, through affiliates. So if you've got affiliate, maybe you've got an Amazon, maybe you've got other sort of affiliate links, maybe through a cj.com, or you've got maybe a share a sale account, or there's a lot of other partner stack is another network. There's a ton of affiliate networks where you can go find products, get the links, and of course they pay you similar to AdSense, where it's per click. So you get a lead, or you get a sale for a particular product, then they're going to pay you a portion. And again, you need an audience, because in order for the affiliates to actually buy, for the affiliate, for you to get traffic to those offers, you need to be able to send them the traffic. Another way to do this is, let's say you're building an audience, and depending on what your niche is, you put together a shop or some sort of a store. Okay, and so the store, let's say you maybe want to do merchandise, or maybe you have your own products, right? And these are most probably physical products. And again, you need an audience. Okay, then another way to actually monetize your YouTube channel is to have digital products. So when I say digital products, I'm talking about maybe downloads, digital products. Let's say, so for example, like TubeBuddy, right, is a digital product. So that's obviously on a subscription product, or you have other digital product. Maybe you've got an ebook add on here. So let me add SaaS here. And again, you need the audience. Another thing you can do on your YouTube channel is you can build out a membership site. Membership site, or maybe an online course. These are two keywords. All right. So if you've got an online course, you've got a membership, maybe you've got some sort of a Kajabi, or you've got a Facebook group, or you've got, a course that you're teaching. And guess what? We need an audience there also. The reason why I've marked these pink, pink on all of these, is because the one common thing throughout the entire equation is the audience. So what I want to stress is that when you're growing, or when you're working on your YouTube channel and you're creating videos for your YouTube channel, it's a good idea to start with the audience and figure out what it is that you want to give and work backwards from your, like, creating your videos. You maybe have the topic, or you have some sort of a theme of what you want to talk about in your YouTube videos, but then go and look at sort of what are the affiliates, right? What are the affiliates that are involved in this space? What affiliations can you actually find um, on these networks that will be able to give you some sort of monetization? What will you be able to put together a store, or build your own store, or put together your own shop to monetize your channel? Is it maybe something you can teach, or some, give people a membership access, for example? Are there any ebooks or digital subscription products or software, or digital things that you can deliver to your audience? Maybe make something digital. What sort of sponsorships can you maybe get? Are there sponsors in that space that would be willing to sponsor you when you have the audience? And I've mentioned ad revenue last because, in terms of ad revenue, chances are you will be able to get money from YouTube. There are no keywords that YouTube has that will not give you revenue. Then you'll be able to, over time, as you get time and as you start working on, automating your channel or creating content that's really going to make sense for your audience, you'll be able to associate yourself to some of these different avenues. One thing I did also forget was, maybe you have some sort of service, and I think I mentioned, if you're an agency, right? So maybe you have services. So your services, is very similar to maybe building a membership course or whatever. But again, you need an audience, maybe not as large an audience. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you love the video, subscribe. Show me that you want to see more videos like this. Maybe comment below and let me know how you're monetizing your YouTube channel, or what are you thinking in terms of monetizing your channel? Did you know that there were so many different ways that you could monetize your YouTube channel? Let me know in your comments. I look forward to it, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.